Yes, indeed, we are here. We are here. We have been observing and experiencing the feelings and ranges of the situations that are at hand. It has been softly, distantly observing um, and processing the reactions that one has. It is intensive, the energies on the planet right now, um which are highlighting the pressures that one feels within themselves. If you do not have the self love of self, you are still seeking and searching for much guidance in others and reassurance in others. And this can be exhausting and this can distract you and keep you going in circles, trying to find that lack of feeling that you have within yourself to be able to find the cure and the solution to be able to heal that and fill that up. And of course, we have always said this all along, and we still stand by our statements. Love of self and empowering oneself is the greatest gift you can give to humanity, because you are strengthening and empowering yourself to be able to be stronger and not take from the collective and not take from others as much. And you are able to then provide and care and consider others as they are on their journey to self empowerment and love. It is a very interesting perception that you must ignore yourself to be able to help others. When you are bleeding emotionally, how can you stop hemorrhaging and helping others? You will merely be bleeding all over them with your emotions and your insecurities. And this is the case of why the person has been plagiarizing the work. She has plagiarized many other people's work before, and she is quite comfortable and quite reassured that this is her privilege and duty. She is assuming that she is just merely doing research of other people's work, and presenting it as her own is merely just following her life purpose, her mission. It comes from arrogance, it comes from selfishness, it comes from ego, it comes from needing to be given attention for her life purpose. She is here, not so happy. Her life is what we would perceive as quite isolating and alone. And she is creating a lot of fear and worry and insecurities on a daily basis to keep her at a very low vibrational level. This is why she can't connect into her own spiritual team. And this is why she must steal and plagiarize from others. This is why she's done that to Dolores Cannon's book, The Three Wave of Volunteers and the New Earth. She has been doing this for so long. She's been disempowering herself for so long, she's forgotten even the purpose of her mission here in life, which is supposed to be about supporting others and empowering others and sharing the truth, not collecting influential numbers to impress yourself and feel like you're having attention, creating drama within groups just for self-service. There's many people like this who are in the, in quotation marks, spiritual new age industry, who are hemorrhaging their emotions over everyone while pillaging and stealing other people's creativity and content. We see this as self-serving, because if they just stopped stealing from others and focusing and releasing and giving themselves love, they would instantly be able to connect in and be able to be part of the solution and not the part of the problem for humanity. Again, we've said before, it is not necessarily what you label the dark side that is the problem for humanity. It is ego based light workers who want the fame and attention and the monetary payoffs for sharing this information. They think they own this information. They control this information. They want to be the only special unicorn in the universe, we say with amusement. And the reality is they're only doing humanity a disservice, and they're getting stuck because they know this content's not theirs. And so it kind of is a perpetuating cycle. They want the attention and acknowledgement, so they keep stealing from others and posting it, thinking that they're fooling others. They're merely fooling themselves. There has been a concern today about whether we think this is bad, or if there's going to be repercussions for it. And we say there is no good or bad. Everyone gets to choose what their moral compass is. And you know what hard work and diligence and integrity feels like, because it is truly rewarding. And that is self-empowering. When you shortcut and cheat others to fulfill your own emotional needs and seeking attention from others for other people's hard work, you can never truly feel the benefit of the fulfillment. It may give you a little bit of a nibble, it may kind of give you a tiny little boost, but the integrity of falsehood does not keep you fulfilled very long. And you just have to keep finding more content that's not your own to share. We are very much aware of this. And the collective that she is connected to is not so impressed, because they can't understand why she cannot just release all of her negativity and her ego and be able to be of service to self and for humanity, and be more along the lines of her own true life purpose and mission. And the problem is she never really believed her own quantum session when she had it. She doubted herself profoundly. And this is why she didn't feel like she could connect in and have her real information. This is why she had to research and copy her own interpretation of Dolores Cannon's book. She wanted to understand the information, but she couldn't even trust her own information. Therefore, she had to be reliant on others. And this is just merely a stepping stone. She's never been held accountable for her plagiarism, for her attention-seeking wisdom that she wants. It is very surface. She is seeking something that no one can provide for her. And while she is merely a stepping stone to add to the conversation of the topic of the new earth and the shift and the situation and the actual truth about moving into the fifth dimension, she is merely a stepping stone, and people can resonate with the emptiness of her information. She may think she's fooling people with her written words, of her automatic writing, but once you connect in with her and talk to her for simply a few seconds, you realize the low vibration that she is emanating through is not matching the frequency of the higher information she has stolen from others. And again, we say this is not the only person that is doing this. Many people feel that if they've listened to something, it can inspire them, and therefore it is their work. They understand that the information we provide in sessions is universal information and no one owns this. And so they feel quite obliged to take it and do as they will, thinking that they are of service. But when you have integrity to confuse people and make them believe that this is your spiritual inner work and that your connections, it's not quite the truth. And so you're only shortcutting yourself. And if you want to be able to claim that this information is coming through yourself as a vehicle of pure channel, then you merely can just do your inner work and achieve it yourself and have the full pride, knowing that everyone is capable of doing this. You just have to work on it. And you have to release all of your issues and blocks that you have to be able to surrender in. And it is of service and duty. You must be humble. You must be able to accept the information coming through, not trying to manipulate it and control it for self. You can't control this. As soon as you start controlling it, and as soon as you start having situations where you're wanting money or fame or attention from a channeling or any spirituality, you change the intention and the integrity, and instantly the information you'll be able to provide for humanity will be nothing more deeper than an own personal dear diary entry where you're writing about your own day. And so we suggest to people who want to step up and be able to connect in pure channel to do their inner work and to find where their neutral is, to find what their agenda is, what their ego is, what is their true mission and purpose. Is it for attention? Is it for the likes? Is it for the money? What is your motives to be able to help humanity? Because you know, if you can be honest with yourself, why you are doing the things you're doing. And of course, if you get triggered by something, it is merely just giving you an example of opportunity for you to have more self-empowerment and heal and grow from that. So it's a very interesting situation. Of course, there is just lots of stepping stones of various versions of mistruth and blocked information, limited information, and ego-based information. And as you explore and expand through your journey of your own spirituality, the more you love yourself, the more stronger you are, the more you can observe the state of damage, shall we say, of other people's arteries hemorrhaging blood all over the place emotionally. I wanted to use this analogy a few times because it's gory. When you're looking at someone who's still got a lot of inner work and have got insecurities, it's gory. It's a mess. You're squeamish because you think, gosh, get a control of yourself. This is just, it's messy, it's sticky, it's you can't look at it because it's just so painful. And yet no one else can heal those wounds, can stop that gushing. You have to sit there and support and love and hope that they will notice that they have been hemorrhaging the entire time of the conversation, or how they behave and how they react to things. When people have got no control of their reactions and behavior, it is very obvious to many who have already done that journey and have healed from it. And there is no judgment when people have healed from things and have advanced into a more neutral, balanced state of emotion, because they understand how hard the journey is. But those people who are holding their handbrakes and not allowing themselves to release things that no longer serve them, including their past, including their fears, including their insecurities, and including their lack of love of self, they're only doing it to themselves. So you can give them compassion, but there is a fine line between compassion and then enabling them to stay in victim mode. Empowerment and love and encouragement of others, and inspiring others with your integrity, with your own growth, with your own inspiration, with your own happiness. You create happiness. This is a very powerful thing. The more you can accept and love yourself and see every opportunity as new growth, knowing that you've had to have some hiccups and experiences and what you would perceive as mistakes to be able to learn and grow from, to find your moral compass, to find your joy, to find out that potentially being someone who is plagiarizing doesn't feel good. You've got a new opportunity to start actually having true intent and integrity and wanting to heal yourself so you can be of service rather than being a handbrake and holding back humanity because you're taking from the collective rather than giving. Taking does not feel so good. It doesn't empower you. It doesn't inspire you. It doesn't feed your soul. It is an empty emotion that you are never able to fulfill until you stop seeking and you apply love and respect to yourself, enough so that you can able to share that approach to others and respect and love others profoundly. Do not see them as something of objects of something you can take from. It is quite the opposite. We are here to balance ourselves and love ourselves and love others and always approach others with unconditional love. We want to say about how people feel that there is a longing for a home or a place that they have never been to, but they in their conscious minds, but they just know somewhere just out of reach, there is somewhere. It's like the profound homesick feeling that just never seems to leave them. And we say for some, yes, there is places that there is their homes that is not on this planet that they are really pining for and missing, profound missing. It is like you can't grab your full breath. Your heart almost has a miss of a skip of a beat. There's something that's so, you're so longing for, you just can't reach it. And it's just this forever, I'm a lost sensation. I'm missing something. I should be doing something. Where is this place I should be going to? And as we said, for some, yes, there is literal places that is what they are homesick for. But we want to say for the majority of the people who are feeling that way, this sense of missing something or a lost something, we're wanting to say to you, it's actually a range of emotion that you are a little bit confused about. The emotion that is lacking is the unconditional love of Source. It is profound. And as we are noticing how people are responding to the energies on the planet with their highs and their lows and their highs and their lows, you're supposed to enjoy the roller coaster that it provides because it's so dramatic with the highs and lows. You get to get is marinating and then heightening those lows and highs. And so whatever is coming up for you, it is quick succession to be able to address it and to find the triggers, be in neutral, accept it, and have a bigger perspective as you're rolling through those experiences while thinking about those experiences, knowing that you don't have to keep feeling the emotions of those waves. Once you acknowledge those emotions, you can release the feeling of those emotions and approach it in a logical way, a thinking way. Where is the core of this that is triggering me at this moment in time? And so we want to say for those people who have felt on the verge of tears and not, and then again on the verge of tears and not, and this overwhelming feeling, but they can't quite figure out what their overwhelming feeling is. That is merely the high energy that is pressurizing you so much in a higher frequency that is so unusual for you to experience. It is happening more and more frequently as you are noticing it. But the emotion of just about to burst into tears, instantly your mind thinks, oh gosh, this is so overwhelming. I think I'm going to start crying. I could start crying now. And so you think, what is wrong with me? What is happening? What am I struggling with? Because your mind is so helpful in these situations, isn't it? Except it has no guide. So it guesses. And it always guesses negatively because it's always worried for you. It's protecting your body. And so you're needing to really make sure that you don't let your mind go into the control option, automatic pilot of negative, which is the fear and worry and doubt. And so we're wanting you to really observe truly when you did know and do experience, because you're practicing with your emotions, so you know the difference between an angry state and a joy state and a neutral state. You want to play with all of the range of emotions so you can feel them. So then as soon as you feel that emotion, your mind knows what it is. And we say this is really important. There's so many ranges of emotions you need to practice just so your mind is trained to know the difference between feeling so overwhelmed you're going to burst into tears versus the actual reality, what is happening to you. And this may be interesting for many. The bursting of tears is profound love. It's unconditional love. You're tapping into that higher frequency of joy. And it feels like you want to burst into tears because it's so pure and high vibrational. It's a release. It is something you've been yearning for so long. And this may be very surprising for many people who are thinking, gosh, I just feel like a crybaby recently. I don't quite know why. And we say it's because of the high vibrations are so high. You're getting that literally a figurative, literal high, which is the reference of a higher state of emotional being. So you're tapping into the energies of a more advanced dimensional energy, frequency, vibration, starting you closer and closer and closer into the fifth dimension. There is significance that you're experiencing this, which you already know very well when you've been listening to our sessions and understand and accept the information that we've been providing for you. And so next time you feel that there is this, it's like almost a heavily, it's so subtle. So it's subtle, but yet when you focus on it and know the subtleties within, there is like an agitation of such a slight pressure in your heart space. So in the middle of your chest, but within you, there is this, some people think that they're having heart palpitations. This is another ascension symptom. And so when you have these profound connections of opening your heart to true unconditional love, it's so overwhelming. You think you may be having maybe a stroke or a mini heart attack or something else, because it's so shocking. And of course, your mind wants to help you with confusing the situation by going into fear and worry and thinking of all the times that you have been told that your bodies are so fragile, your heart diseases, and all of the way you have lived. You're a ticking time bomb for so many tragedies of heart attacks and strokes and all sorts. Your minds have been trained almost on a daily basis, many times in fact, to be concerned and worried about your body just suddenly doing things that could cause you great illness. And your body and your mind are all on high alert, because you're constantly being fed reminders that you don't know your body, and that anything could happen at any time. And so this is part of a disempowerment program, which is not true. We want to say and remind you, you can't exit this life unless it's within your contract. This is an important time for all to be here. And so if you can just relax knowing you're not suddenly going to die before an exit, you can relax, trusting that everything is on purpose, everything is fine, and your higher self is in control of you. You trust your spiritual team to give you the best experience that you need. So relax. No one's dying accidentally. It's all contractual. So now that you can forget about being worried about dying, what are you going to do to live? Are you going to take more responsibility of the inner work? Are you going to take more responsibility of loving yourself, appreciating yourself, supporting yourself? Self-love is not a naughty, bad, selfish word. It's fantastic. You're going to give your spiritual team such a joy for them to finally see that you're really embracing yourself with pride and joy, because you should be living a life that you should be proud of. Yes, you have to have some bad experiences and some good experiences to learn the differences. But again, we've said this to you many times. We don't see anything as bad or good. It is experiences for you to explore. You will know when you're doing something that's not right. It will eat into your consciousness. And you also will know when you're doing something very good and kind and caring for all the right reasons. And this is part of your self-love, being kind to yourself, doing nice actions and doing good things is all part of that self-love maintenance. And it's very exciting for you, because we see so many of you starting to realize treating yourself, loving yourself, respecting yourself, accepting yourself. It is not a coincidence that you're in the bodies you're in. You chose them, you designed them, you organized this. You wanted this life exactly how it is, and your team have been diligently supporting you through it. And sometimes you have a pity party thinking that this is all just unfair and I did not want this. And your higher self is saying, I beg to differ. It's perspective, remembering once you get out of a situation and master and grow, you don't have to keep dealing with it. If you don't like something, evolve. If you don't like something, expand. If you don't like something, see it from a different perspective. Expanding your mind and seeing things from a different perspective, accepting that there is no justice for some things, and that is part of the lessons. Asking, why am I supposed to experience this, and what is the significance here, is a very powerful tool that you all have, and you're all starting to use it. And we want to congratulate those who have used their free will, to have asked for their spiritual teams to help them, who have asked their spiritual teams to release energy that no longer serves them or is not theirs. Because most of the people who are listening here are profound light workers who carry too much energy of others, which is in the negative. Because you're so caring and kind, you want to help people with their baggage, but their baggage is not yours and you can release it now. And you are asking your teams for more support. This makes them feel very happy. This makes them feel like they're helping you and they're of service to you. Because when you use them and talk to them and connect with them, then it makes them feel like you're so evolving. It's so hard for you to watch your loved ones go through this life. It is so hard because when you feel invisible to them because they don't want to believe that you are there, you are just supporting them from a distance, sending them so much love and encouragement that they're ignoring constantly. It is challenging. And so it gives them so much joy when they see you and feel you connect to them, because they want to be of service to you, because this is what they have agreed. This is what they have promised to be able to give you. And it gives us so much joy when we see so many people's have these light bulb moments of, how am I going to deal with this? Oh, I'm going to connect with my spiritual team and get guidance, because you're also connected. And those people who still worry and are concerned that they're not connected to their higher self or their spiritual teams, it is like saying you're not connected to a leg. It's always there. You just don't always notice it until you start focusing on it. And it is like a cell within your body. You can't differentiate between a white blood cell and a red blood cell, but you can't, it's just like you can't differentiate truly between your conscious mind and your higher self and subconscious that come in and add thoughts and feelings into your mind for you to experience it, to encourage you. They don't interfere. It is all purposeful and it is all part of their service to you. But when you can notice the difference between your conscious mind, which is that less evolved, we want to say, if it's untrained, it will be unruly. It will be feral and crazy and just over hyperactive, hyped on sugar, shall we say. And then if you have controlled your mind, it is less fearful and may only sometimes go into a fear-based solution when it's presented with a challenge. A controlled mind will observe it and question the purpose of this experience and how it should react, while acknowledging the feelings but not letting the feelings take over. The feelings are not supposed to overwhelm you. You're supposed to acknowledge them and feel them, but then go into neutral, go past it, love the situation, and then look down from a loving situation. What is this lesson here? You can feel these emotions forever in a day, and that is your choice. But if you don't like that feeling, why are you still holding on to it? Many people have traumas from the past that they don't want to let go of for various reasons, because if they feel like if they let go of the emotions, then they'll let go of that person or that situation or event. It's still significant to them, that situation, that person, or that event. So even though the pain does not serve them from that situation, they're not truly ready to let go of the scenario, the experience. And once they've realized that it doesn't serve them, that they can still think about it and process it without feeling the pain, that is part of releasing. That is part of the healing. It's a very good cycle to have. So as we say to you, feel well, and congratulations on still enjoying the intensity of the energy of the planet, knowing that it's very purposeful. There is great reasons there. This is something to be excited about as you're all starting to notice the extra energies running through your bodies. This is exciting times. Enjoy it. Take every moment as an opportunity to find joy and beauty and grace and connections of others and connections of self. This is a marvelous time to be alive, especially when you don't want to hold on to the baggage of the worry, the fear, the doubt, the insecurities, the unloved, broken inner child. For those who we see who have done the profound hard work, bravo, bravo, bravo. Your spiritual teams are so proud, so proud. And it is a great celebration that will be had soon. And you will be so proud of your hard work, because it is extremely hard. But your diligence and hard work is going to pay off, because those experiences at this intensity are so challenging and you're going to master them so well. It is tremendous. It is absolutely tremendous. It's remarkable. And all of the collectives who are watching you do have profound respect for you, because while you're diligently just soldiering on in this life right now, in this density right now, on this planet right now, those ones who can start and who are practicing self-love, self-empowerment, and approaching all situations with unconditional love, they are like bright stars on the planet. And you are just bringing so much joy and love and higher vibrations to so many that need it right now, who have lost their way, who feel so disconnected, who have no hope, who have nothing but fear and doubt. You can understand and you can see how hard it is and how challenging it is to live like that. And it's so consuming, you don't know how to even get or find yourself out. And we're talking to the lucky ones who have wanted to get out of this situation, who have profoundly grown, expanded, and know that there is something much more bigger than just this life and this illusion you're living in now. We are so happy. We are so happy. And we're so pleased for those who advanced so fast and so readily, because you're going to be of great service, and you are already to great service. But there is so much more excitement to come. We say this with much love.